All right, this video is officially being recorded for the purposes to be able to watch it later, or for others that weren't able to join us today to be able to see it later. So as a reminder, make sure you stay muted and make sure that you let me know in the chats anything that you'd like to ask me, any questions, any comments, okay? Welcome to Tasty Thursdays with Miss Herrera. I am super excited for today's episode because mug recipes are back by popular demand. I know a lot of you had really liked the first two recipes we did, which was the lasagna in a mug and the chocolate cake in a mug. If you weren't here for those recipes, they are uploaded in the Google Classroom, so you can always take a look at the video and the recipes I had posted prior. But mug recipes are pretty popular because they're easy to do. They're kind of fun because you get to do mixing in a mug and then you get to microwave it, so no stove is needed. So today, instead of being in my kitchen, we are in my dining room because that's where I have my microwave. And we will be cooking together and kind of baking because we'll be making banana bread. So we are going to do a sweet and a savory dish today. So our savory dish is going to be macaroni and cheese homemade. Super easy, guys. And it tastes way better than like the ones in a box that come made, like the Kraft, because you're making it from scratch, okay? So what you're gonna need for that recipe literally is not a lot. All you need are macaroni elbows. So just so you know, for this recipe, I do like to use the mini elbows. They're like super tiny. It's okay if you can't find them. This bag cost me like 39 cents. Sometimes they have them at grocery stores like Tony's, Shop and Save, usually like in the Hispanic aisle. Also like your local Hispanic Latino grocery store will have like the little mini elbows, okay? So you could either use this or you could use the shells, like mini shells, or in Spanish, conchas, for this recipe, okay? So you just need like little conchas. Remember to use the chats or just show it to me in the video. Yes, you can use those that come in a box. So if you have macaroni and cheese that comes in a box already, you could use the macaroni that's in the box. And if you just want to make it homemade instead of using like the little powder stuff that they put in there, go for it. Honestly, I recommend you make your macaroni and cheese homemade, okay? I know the box is easy and quick, but it's like powder. It's not real cheese, you know? You want to make it from real cheese. So, make sure you have this. Obviously, we can't have macaroni and cheese without cheese. So make sure you have some cheese. Shredded is fine. Cheddar, spicy. Really anything that's like cheddar. I wouldn't really recommend like, like a cheese like feta for this, or like Chihuahua cheese. I really recommend more like cheddar cheese or spicy pepper jack cheese if you want it a little spicy, okay? You're gonna need some water, so make sure you have 1/3 of a cup of water. And you also need 1/3 of a cup of milk. You could use the vitamin, like the full red milk, the one that's usually full fat, or 2%. I don't recommend skim milk for this. It is very watered down. So I really recommend to either have like 2% or the red one, which is like the full fat milk. And then a little salt, a little pepper or seasonings. I like to put Italian seasoning, guys. This has garlic, paprika, onion, salt, oregano, basil, parsley, crushed red pepper. I mean, it's really good for pasta. And then I like mine a little spicy, so I'm gonna add some cayenne pepper. That's it for your macaroni and cheese. Those are all the ingredients you need. So what you're gonna do, get 1/3 of a cup, okay? So 1/3 of a cup, I'm gonna show you, is a measuring cup. It's really like this much, so make sure you get 1/3, okay? So 1/3. You're gonna fill it with your macaroni. Put it in there. Put it in your microwave mug. Now, guys, I get these from the Dollar Tree, okay? I recommend these. These are really good for your mug recipes. They're bigger, they're large, and you can microwave them. It's okay if you don't have this. Use any coffee mug, but this does make your recipe a lot easier to do and it makes it come out better. So I really recommend these for $1 at the Dollar Tree. Put your macaroni in here, guys. Now, 1/3 a cup of water, okay? So here's something to remember. Whenever you're making like pasta dishes like this, whatever you use for your dry, use for your wet. So you're gonna need 1/3 a cup of macaroni and 1/3 a cup of water, okay? Put it in there. A little more water because I have, and that's it. Microwave it until your pasta gets tender. Now, it might still be a little crunchy, and that's okay, guys, but just leave it in there for about 3 minutes, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and put it in the microwave for 3 minutes, and then I'm gonna check in on it, and then we'll see how it's doing. While this is microwaving, we will start getting the banana bread ready, okay? So make sure you have 2 mugs with you because we are going to get the banana bread ready. If you're making this with me, go ahead and put your macaroni in water, microwave it. Just the macaroni and water, okay? About 3 minutes. I'm gonna go ahead and microwave that. And we're back. Let it kind of microwave. And we're gonna get started on the banana bread while the macaroni and cheese is kind of cooking. When it comes out, I will tell you about putting in the rest of the ingredients like the cheese and the milk so that we have macaroni and cheese, okay? And then you're gonna microwave it again for a little bit more. So we'll get to that in a little bit. So go ahead and get another mug. Let's get ready for our banana bread. I am so excited for this. I love banana bread, guys. Banana bread is so yummy. But here's the thing about banana bread. If you bake it, it could take like an hour to bake. It does take a long time to bake. It's not super hard to make, but it takes a long time to bake. And sometimes I want it now. So you can make banana bread for literally like 4 minutes in your microwave mug, and it's super easy, super yummy. But for this recipe, get flour. You need flour, okay? You need light brown sugar. You're going to need vanilla, okay? You're going to need a banana, of course. You can't make banana bread without banana. So you're going to need 1 banana. Guys, I recommend that the browner on the outside, the better. Here's a tip. Whenever you make banana bread, you want it really ripe. So when your banana is like yucky, like, you know, all brown, and you're like, oh, I don't want to eat that. It's bad. Guess what, guys? That makes the best banana bread, okay? So, you know, just know that keep it to the side. You know, when a banana's looking really, really ripe, it actually tastes really good to make banana muffins or banana bread. So I recommend that. This is as ripe as I could get mine. So it's a little ripe, but not like exactly how I wish it was. And then you also need a little milk for this recipe as well. You need butter for this recipe as well. And that's really it. That's really it, guys. Oh, and baking powder. You also need baking powder for this recipe, okay? So what you're going to do is you're gonna start by using your dry. So here's the thing about when you're baking, okay? If you have dry and wet food, you always want to separate them. Never mix together right away, guys, okay? So make sure you're gonna do your dry first. So get your flour. For this recipe, you are going to need, let me just pull up what I posted for you guys. 3 tablespoons of flour. Remember tablespoons, guys. 3 tablespoons. I already put it all in here ahead of time, okay? So you're gonna need 3 tablespoons of flour, 3 tablespoons of brown sugar. 3 and 3, okay? 3 of this, 3 of flour. You're going to need half of a teaspoon of baking powder, okay? So half, so this one, half, the small one, teaspoon, not tablespoon, teaspoon. You're going to need a little bit of salt, just a little sprinkle, guys, sprinkle, not a lot, just sprinkle. And that is it for your dry, okay? Mix it. Mix your dry first, really good. I'm going to go check on the macaroni after I mix my dry, and then we're gonna do the wet ingredients, okay? So just make sure, you might have a little bit of clumps in here, but that's okay. So you're going to just mix your dry in here. Remember, 3 tablespoons flour, 3 tablespoons of brown sugar, half of a teaspoon of baking soda, and a little bit of salt. Just a little dash. All right, your dry is done. Let's go check on that macaroni. Okay, guys, I took it out. Remember, use the glove to take it out of the microwave. It will be very hot, okay? So let's take a look. It's perfect, guys. This is how you know if your macaroni is done. There's no more water, okay? When the water is gone, you're good. Let's do the milk, the cheese, and the salts. All right. I'm excited, especially for the cheese. You guys know I love my cheese. All right, for this recipe, you are going to need, you remember that third of a cup of milk, okay? So go ahead and put milk in here. And guys, something really easy for you to remember, it's all 1/3 of a cup. 1/3 of a cup of macaroni, 1/3 of a cup of water, 1/3 of a cup of milk, half a cup of cheese, and a little bit of salt or seasonings that you'd like. That's it. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and put some of that Italian zest seasoning I told you about. A little bit of that cayenne pepper to give it a little bit of spice. And my favorite part, the cheese. All right, I have fat-free cheddar, but I'm also going to add a little bit of reduced fat Mexican style. So I want it a little cheesier. Remember, guys, you can do whatever you'd like, how much cheese. It doesn't really have to be a half a cup. If you want it extra cheesy, go right ahead. All right, now go ahead and mix it, guys. Give it a good mix, and then you're gonna microwave it for about a minute. Let the cheese melt and the milk evaporate in here, dissolve. And then you're gonna leave it alone for about 2-3 minutes. So we're not gonna eat it right away. I know that I usually eat everything right away, but we're gonna let it sit so that we can let it rest a bit, and then we'll be working on our banana bread, okay, guys? So go ahead and take it back to the microwave, about 2 minutes. While that is cooking, let's continue our banana bread. All right, now you need the wet ingredients. Here's the fun part. Okay, guys, get yourself a banana, a whole banana. Put it in a bowl. I already did this ahead of time. Mash it, okay? If you have like a bean masher or a mashed potato masher, mash your one banana. If you don't have that, just use like a fork, okay? That's the fun part. I already did that, so I already have my banana in here. Go ahead and mash your banana. You're going to need to melt a little butter, okay? So for this recipe, you need 1.5 tablespoons of butter. So I already had mine melted. I already had microwaved it ahead of time. So how do you know? Guys, your butter tells you your tablespoons, okay? 1.5 tablespoons. Put it in the microwave for like 35-40 seconds. Let it melt. Then you need 1 egg. 1 egg that you whipped a little bit with a fork, okay? Put that in there. Put this in your dry ingredients, guys. 1 egg. Now, don't just put an egg in here. Make sure that first you're whipping it with a fork a little bit, then put it in here, okay? Now you need 1/4 a teaspoon of vanilla, just a little bit. I already put some. And you need 1 tablespoon of milk. All right, I already have that in here, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and put my wet with my dry. Very easy, guys, super easy. Do your dry first, then your wet. Mix it up, guys. Oh, it already smells so good with that banana in here. All right, mix it up. The microwave rang. So that means my macaroni is probably done. But remember, we're gonna let it sit for like about 2 minutes. I know it's gonna look really good and you wanna eat it right away, but let it rest a little bit. Guys, make sure you're mixing this really good because there's flour at the bottom, okay? You don't want that flour to stay there when it's microwaving. We're also going to make a glaze for our banana bread when it gets out of the microwave. Also, guys, you can add some chocolate chips in here. Or so if you're able to eat walnuts or pecans, if you're not allergic, you can add that in here too, okay? Definitely don't add nuts if you're allergic. But you can add like some chocolate chips in here. You can add some walnuts. I actually love banana bread with walnuts, but I forgot my walnuts. So next time I make this, I will add my nuts in here because I do love banana bread with walnuts. All right, it is mixed. Let's go check on the macaroni and cheese, and then we're gonna microwave our banana bread. All righty, here we go. So I'm gonna take this. Now the banana bread, I believe you're gonna microwave for 4 minutes. Let's take a look. No, actually about 3 minutes, guys, okay? Depends on your microwave, 3 to 4 minutes. While the banana bread is in the microwave, we'll start making the glaze, like icing, that's gonna go on top of our banana bread. Let me go check on the macaroni and cheese. All right, macaroni and cheese is out. Let's check on it. You want to make sure that it has cooked really well. Oh, it's a little hot. Oh yeah, it is cheesy, guys. All right, mix it up. Give it a good stir and let it sit, okay? Remember, don't eat it right away, even though it looks really good. I'm gonna show you guys on camera. I'm just gonna put my mug because it is my glove because it is a little hot. There it is. So it is very cheesy. It smells good. We're gonna put it right here to the side. Let's leave it be. Now remember, you can add seasonings to it. If you want to add more salt, go right ahead. All right, guys, let's make our glaze for our banana bread when it's ready to come out so we can put our glaze on top. All right, for this glaze, you need 1/4 of a cup of brown sugar, 1/4 of a cup. You need 1.5 tablespoons of butter, okay? So this time you don't need to melt it first. The other one, you needed a tablespoon of butter and you needed it melted. This one, you're gonna melt it all together, okay? So make sure that it's still chunky, okay? I have it already ahead of time. You're gonna need a little vanilla. 1/4 of a teaspoon is fine. And just a splash of milk, guys. No measuring, just put a little milk. That's it, just a little milk, little drizzle, okay? And that's really it. You're gonna microwave it. Now, when you microwave it, guys, keep an eye on it. You wanna microwave it for 30 seconds, mix it, microwave again, 30 seconds, mix it. So for this, I'm actually gonna have to stand by the microwave for a little bit to make sure that it's mixing. You don't want to mix it all like at once because it could burn right away. That is the reason why we're going to do 30 seconds mix, 30 seconds again, okay? So that it's not burning very quickly. So my banana bread has about 20 seconds left. So we're going to let that finish. We're going to bring it out, let it rest. Don't eat it because we're still going to put the glaze on top, okay? So let's check in on the macaroni. Ready to try? So cheesy. That was so good. So cheesy. Very good. Let's get that banana bread out. Oh my goodness, guys. The banana bread smells so good. Oh, okay. Let's make the glaze. You guys ready? Let's go microwave it. 30 seconds, mix it, 30 seconds. So I will be away for a little bit because I'm gonna go to the microwave right here. In the meantime, eat your macaroni if you made some with me. Let your banana rest, okay? Just leave it alone, leave it be, it's good to go. Go ahead and start microwaving your glaze. Okay, it's microwaving more and more round, guys. While that's microwaving, go ahead and get another banana so that you can put it on top, okay? Just like a few. I'm just gonna cut like a little bit right here, just to have a little bit, okay? So you can have it as a topping on top. All right, guys. The glaze is done. Put it on top of your banana bread. I'm going to go ahead and look at the chat because I see quite a few questions. So let me kind of take a look. Oh, okay. I have someone that made it. It's delicious. The macaroni. Someone said, what was the glaze for? That's for the banana bread, guys, okay? So I'm making a glaze, kind of like a frosting to go on top of your banana bread, okay? This was the banana bread. Go ahead and put a little bit of glaze on top. Okay, go ahead and just put a little bit of that glaze on top. It's gonna be nice and caramely. All right. And let's see. Let's dig in. Now remember, you can put chocolate chips, you can put nuts in here if you'd like. I definitely love it with some walnuts, but I forgot the walnuts today. That's okay. I'll do it next time. Now it's time to dig in because it smells so good. Oh my goodness. Guys, we did not have to wait a whole hour to make banana bread. We made it in 4 minutes, okay? 3 minutes for the banana bread, 1 minute for the glaze. 4-minute banana bread. It's amazing. There's so many things you guys can make in a mug. We definitely can make more mug recipes in the future. You know, we could do like omelets. We could do red velvet cake in a mug. There's so many great recipes. Chocolate chip cookie in a mug, brownies. It's just a really great thing to do, guys, because it's quick, it's easy, and it tastes just like the recipe. So I have to take another bite of this banana bread, so one moment. Woo. Guys, I got too excited. Make sure you wait until it's cool, because it is hot at the bottom. But it's so delicious. I'm gonna have a little bit of the banana to cool myself down. All right, that was it. Macaroni and cheese in a mug that took 3 minutes. Banana bread in a mug that took 4 minutes. Next week, we're making homemade pizza. Now, pizza dough can take a long time to make because you need to let it rest for about 20 to 30 minutes. Not for us. I'm going to show you how to make pizza dough with only 2 ingredients. So next week, get your pizza sauce ready, get your mozzarella cheese, get some pepperoni if you want, some sausage, some mushrooms, some green peppers, whatever toppings you like. We're going to be creative next week. I'm going to show you how to make your own pizza at home with 2 ingredients for your pizza dough, okay? Super easy. It is super healthy, actually, the dough. So I cannot wait for next week's episode. Remember to join me next week. We are shifting the the day next week. It will be next Wednesday, okay, instead of Thursday, just for next week. Next week, join me on Wednesday at 3 p.m. for our cooking club, okay? I'm gonna have to come up with another name for next week since it's not gonna be Tasty Thursday on a Thursday. We'll call it Wellness Wednesday since we're eating. It's part of wellness. So join me for Wellness Wednesday next week, okay? I hope you keep cooking. I hope you enjoy your macaroni and cheese and your banana bread. Until next Wednesday. Thank you, guys.